Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I think it's been a while. It's been like at least a week, but I think longer. But I haven't really known what to like film lately, and I've been seeing a lot of these videos about like journal ecosystems, and I have a very complicated relationship to journaling and like notebooks and where I write down my thoughts. So I thought that I would talk a little bit about that and also show you some of the current journals and notebooks and stuff that I've been using. So right now we have these. Let's see, they're kind of really wobbly right now because I think there's some pens in there too. Let me see, let me put that at the bottom. Okay, so let's just get into it. Two of these are new, so that's also like why I decided to film this, because I have just cracked into some new journals and I'm feeling a lot more confident about these journals, and that's also part of like what I want to talk about, because I don't even know, like I've actually talked to my therapist about this, but I get into these phases where I'm like, okay, this is how I'm gonna write everything. This is how I'm gonna take my notes. I'm gonna do it in Google Docs, and I'm gonna transfer everything that's in like my notes app and everything in my notebooks. I'm gonna put it onto Google Docs, and that's just gonna give me peace of mind. And then a week later, it's like, no, I actually don't like Google Docs. I'm gonna move it all to a journal, and then, you know, it just goes on and on and on and on. And my therapist asked me if I knew anything about OCD. And I don't have, well, I don't want to say like definitively that I don't have OCD. I don't have OCD, but I don't not have OCD, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not diagnosed with OCD, but I definitely have some of the characteristics. And I guess that is one of them. And I didn't know that until recently. So like one of the things I've been really challenging myself with is not putting stock into where I put notes. And the reason why, like, besides I kind of like the exposure therapy aspect of it, the reason why that's difficult for me is because I am trying to write more, and like I do have goals of putting my thoughts together and like organizing in a way that like I can come back to these ideas. And so it really does scare me when I think I'm gonna lose this. Like, I'm writing it down, but I have 20 other places where this could be, and I'm gonna lose it, and when I need it, I'm not gonna be able to find it. And earlier this week, I was going to submit to this writing literary magazine, and I had, like, for the prompt, I had the perfect thing that already written, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it in, I've been using Obsidian. I couldn't find it in Obsidian. I couldn't find it in Google Docs. It might be in my journal and I didn't look there, so maybe I should have, but I kind of just gave that up, and I was like, it's not meant to be. So, is this rambling? I don't know, but we haven't even gotten to the notebook, so let's just get into it. I hope that kind of explained. And if you relate, let me know, because like I don't know, besides my therapist, I don't really know anyone who understands what I mean when I talk about that. So my relationship to journals, my ideal situation is to have one journal and to put everything in it, and to be able to know you know, if I want to look back for something, it might take a while to look back, but I know where it is because there's only one option. It's in this journal or my past journal or whatever. And that's another thing is like if you write everything in one journal, you're going to go through those journals quicker. And so you're just going to have more to look through. But I don't know, there's something about that feels more secure to me. But anyways, I do have a main journal, and it's this journal right here. It's just a Moleskine soft cover plain, so there's no lines or dots or anything. This is my absolute preferred notebook. Sometimes it's hard to find, like there's a lot of Moleskines, like a lot of places sell Moleskines, but they'll either have the hardcover or they'll have the lines or the dots. And this is just like, to me, the best one. And I like writing without lines. It just feels very freeing. So this is my favorite one. And in relation to this one, I also have the baby version of it. I actually got this on accident. I thought that this was this, but it wasn't. But I use this, I don't use this as often, but this is like a planner slash mini version of what would go in this. So like if I'm out somewhere and I have a thought and I don't want to use my notes app, which usually I do, but if I really am being like conscious and I don't want to use my notes app, because the notes app is another source of like OCD, like anxiety. And I'm not saying like as a filler word. I mean, it's akin to OCD. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is for when I'm out. I like to use it when I'm like traveling, and I like to draw little things in it, you know. I like to, what does this say? This, I think, is like, I was planning on a short film and I was putting the costs of actors, budgets and stuff like that. This is some little sketchy things. So this is kind of just like all over the place, but I like this because I kind of like, if this is my motorcycle, this is the sidecar, you know? So that's how I think of them. And I'm surprised that my brain allows me to use this, but it does, and I'm really glad about that. Sorry, I just got some phlegm. Okay, we're moving on. Next we have these notebooks that are all the same brand. My boyfriend got these for me on Amazon. They come in packs of 3. I'm very grateful. I have never asked for these, but he always surprises me with them. But I'm not gonna like complain because I do end up using them, and they're cute, and they come with their own little pens. Like, see, a little matching pen. So yeah, these all have, he just recently got me another pack, which is why I'm using another pack. So I'll show you individually what these are. This is gonna be a really long video. That's cool. That's cool. Oh my god. Okay. So as I've mentioned already multiple times in this, I am trying to like get more organized as a writer, or just write more, not even be more organized. I think the issue is that I'm too organized, or like my perfectionism or my procrastination. That's one of the reasons I don't write. But I've kind of hacked it for myself where I realize I don't like writing on the computer. I don't like I don't know, there's something about it that I probably touched on in my other rant earlier, like 3 minutes ago. So I don't want to write on the computer. So I have a script that I've been working on. Working on is really like not the right word for it, I've been thinking about for about 9 years. And then I have a book, a novel that I've had ideas for it in the last couple years, but it's kind of more come to life in my head of like what exactly I want it to be. So like multiple characters that I've thought about in the past couple years, I've realized could all be part of this story. So this is an untitled work, but I just put some stars on the cover, and I wanted to do that so I could see it and know what it was, because they all kind of look the same, so I have to put different things on them. So I put these stars, and so I'm having the most fun with this one right now because I'm treating this like a journal for the characters, and I'm writing the book as almost like a journal. Now, this is obviously just a first draft, but this has been like the best hack for me to really get into and enjoy writing, and also enjoy like character building, because I've struggled with that. So I've been writing like character stuff and also points of view. Like it's gonna be a multiple point of view story. So I've already started, and at first I didn't realize that I was actually writing the book. I thought I was just writing about the characters, and about 4 pages in I realized like, no, I'm literally like writing the book right now. Like this is writing the book. Like, and that was mind-blowing to me. But so yeah, I have this one, and then I have this one. The working title of this one is called Mail Girl. I don't know, like this is supposed to be a screenplay, but it could turn into a novel. It could turn into like a stage play. It could be anything, like whatever it wants to be is what it's gonna be. So yeah, I have these two right now. And my new thing is like anytime I come up with an idea and it's like I really want to work on it, I'm just gonna use a new journal. Okay, that was a lot. My next one I'll show is my lyric book, and I've been using this one for a while. It's the same brand, obviously, and I'm getting close to the end. I've got about this much left, so that's exciting. There's not much to say. It's just like lyrics and stuff like that. No, it's just lyrics. And then I have 2 more kind of lyric ones. I have this one that I just found in storage, and the only reason I took it out of storage is because I have not really explored these lyrics, and there could be something in here, some tasty little morsels to work through. And then also this one is a little handmade notebook that I took some wrapping paper and stapled some paper into it like this. And I also have this cute little, I'm trying to find it, bookmark. I found this outside of an Albertsons in the parking lot. It says "Try Me," and then I think that's Spanish for "try me," if I'm not mistaken. But I had some lyrics in here, so oh, I didn't want you to see that. So I'm going to include that. There's also some other stuff, but it's like really random and miscellaneous. I also have a little Polaroid in here. So yeah, that's a cute little one. Whatever. Okay, now we're getting to some ones that I don't really use. These two, I just took them off my shelf, but I really don't use these because I kind of can just use my other journals. Okay, I do use this one occasionally. This is just like notes. It's a notebook. I put random notes in there. Sometimes I put video ideas. Let's see what's in here. Oh, this looks like a journal entry. Okay, I'm getting a little like almost like panicked that there's things in here that I would want to know about. And you're seeing this in real time. This is like where I get into this feeling of, oh, like, should I take the stuff from this notebook and put it into another notebook? This is like what's actually happening. But for now, I'm just gonna calm down and get back into the video. We have some lovely drawings in here. I like these stars. This is cute. This is like my claim to fame. This is the only thing I could ever draw. Like the only thing I was good at in art class. Not this part, but like the little branches. I remember learning that in art class in like 2nd grade. I don't know. But yeah, this is something that I will reassess after I press pause or whatever. And then we have quotes. So this is like, what do they call these notebooks? There's a name. There's a name for a notebook that you just put quotes and like information in, and I'm forgetting, but that's fine. It's literally just quotes from books and stuff. I like this one. I don't really use it, but I do not get into any kind of panic because there's nothing here that is my own thoughts, so I'm not like freaking out, you know what I mean? It's just kind of fun and lighthearted and not serious, but also like I could gain some insight into something, I guess. So yeah, it's just like, what's this one? Oh, Bret Easton Ellis, Donna Tartt, Kate Braverman, Deborah Levy, Amina Kane. Okay. I guess the last time I was in here, I was reading Amina Kane. This is something I could definitely use more of because there's only about 3 pages filled out. Okay, I have one more, okay? This is another kind of like miscellaneous notebook, but I've been using it. Okay, really this is like my sketchbook. But I also use it in my ASMR videos. You guys, this is so vulnerable because sometimes when people say that they're bad artists, they're actually good and they're just being like humble and modest. I'm really not good. But like, here's where you see some of my ASMR stuff. This is like my new thing that I'm practicing. I think I mentioned it in my last video. Just some stuff. This is another ASMR video. This was fun doing these. Oh, okay, this was also ASMR. So yeah, I've just been like, this was kind of cool. I'm really bad at drawing bodies. But see, look how disproportionate. That's fine. But I actually really like this. This is like outside of my window. I've been enjoying doing little thin lines. And then what else do we have? Also just been like copying things on Pinterest. This was a little Knorr pasta sides thing that I drew because it's like my favorite pasta. This is some more. I was working with like fonts. I'm really bad at that, so I gave up after the letter I. This was today. As you can see, I've really lost steam here, but I want to show you my favorites. Okay, this is my favorite. This calamine lotion. Is that not just so cute? So darling. And then also I thought that this was like a better version of body stuff, that like it's not good, but it's better than the other one proportion wise. And then I also have this. I wanted to experiment with typing over like marker and stuff like that. So I have that. And yeah, that's my whole journal ecosystem. 20 minutes later. Thank you if you watch this. If you have any kind of like, if you relate at all to anything I said about the anxiety, please let me know. I would love to feel less alone in my suffering. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hopefully cover soon, because I have been practicing and working on some, not working on, but playing some songs. And yeah, so I'll see you guys soon. Bye.